Hey guys, and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to go through the S.H.Figuarts Iron Man Mark 50 Nano weapon set. So this is kind of like a sequel figure to the original Mark 50, which is standing right here. But the original Mark 50 did not come with a bunch of optional parts like the blades that this set does come with. So I'm going to open the box, but before I do that, just going to show you this is the shipper box, because this is a web exclusive Bandai Tamashii Nations web exclusive. Pretty much what it says there. They come in a brown shipper box like this. It's pretty much, yeah, plain brown and sealed, so you know if you've got it from a legit source you should be getting this box ideally. Let's get this open and see what's inside the box. So here's the Nano weapon set out of the box. Now thematically it's very similar to the original Mark 50 display packaging with the color scheme and the whole window display. This is a wider one because you get extra parts with it, so you get some wings, and I guess in this one you get a stand, which you didn't in the original one. So this is the front of the box with the nice window display, and then the side has artwork or photograph of the actual suit. So this is what you get the feet. This actual part probably isn't in this one, it should be in the original one, and then the wings, which is included in this set, and then more photographs of the actual figure. So looking at this, you get the two blades, the two feet, stand, and then the wings as well. So you don't get the other parts with this as far as I'm aware, but we'll go into more details with that one. And then on the other side is just a logo. So let's get this thing open. And here's the Iron Man Mark 50 Nano weapon suit out of the box. As you can tell, pretty obvious, he has new parts that didn't come with the original S.H.Figuarts Mark 50 suit. So let's go through the optional bits first, not that's attached to him, but the stand itself. So this one comes with a stand that the original figure did not come with. Let's go with the base first. So I think in the US, if you bought the original Mark 50 separate, you got this kind of stand anyway. So this is just a effect stand which doubles as a little box for your parts. So you can just open it like so, and that's your stand there. And just close it back up. And then you just slot the stand in there. My fingerprints are all over this now, but yeah, you just slot the stand in there. So this is the bottom part of the stand, and it just slots in, and then you attach the rest of the stand like so there. And this little red piece here actually plugs into the back side of the figure, which is similar to what the original Mark 50 had, but I've just kind of put it on here just to kind of show you right now. Also on the stand you can take off the little plug sockets there, so if you want to plug the stand into this section or this one, you can do that too. Then you also get this claw piece, which I think is pretty cool. A lot of the S.H.Figuarts figures, if they ever do come with stands, don't tend to come with this kind of thing. So most kind of stands have this claw here that you can move open and close, but they don't have this bit. So this kind of just rests actually on the crotch like so when you want to position it properly in flight pose or something. So I think it would just kind of give it more stability. If you don't want to use this piece, then you can just use the regular sort of claw, which is just here. You can just pull these off like that, and then put it onto here. I'll just do one, I'll show you one, and then yeah, you just plug this into the stand, the shaft, like that. All simple. And if you ever want to loosen the screws or tighten them, just get a small screwdriver, and then there are the screws in various positions for you to mess around with. So that's the stand. Onto the actual figure itself. So this is the Mark 50 Nano weapon suit edition. So as you can see, he comes with the bladed swords, hands, comes with the gravity sort of boots, and then the wings, which look pretty cool. Overall color scheme and everything is very similar to the original Mark 50 that came out last year, but this is just a much more, well, it depends on your opinion, but it's cool looking, it's very hype looking. But yeah, like I said, you get these parts only in this figure. You have to get this figure, but as you can tell, you don't get the regular parts with this. So I'll show you that soon, but let's give you a closer look at the details of the figure. So if you saw my Mark 50 original video, then this should be very, very similar. After all, it is just the same suit, just with extra parts, so you're expecting the same sort of look. So you still got the same Mark 50 upper torso. All the detailing is exactly the same, from the little blues and the silver accents. Everything is pretty much the same, and it looks really, really good. I'll go through the articulation too, but I'm going to have to disassemble the figure a little bit first. But overall, even articulation is actually the same thing. So here are the boots that he has too, and then the blade of swords. These are made of metal. The feet are actually metallic, made of metal, die cast. So he's a very weighted figure compared to the original one, who I said was pretty lightweight. So yeah, you can pretty much lean him quite forward, and he shouldn't fall over. So it's pretty good. Yeah, they look pretty nice. Detail on the bottom of the boots too. Give you a close look at the blade. This actual figure came was a little bit greasy when it came out, and I think that's just partly because when there's some die cast included, the Iron Man figures tend to be a little bit greasy, in my opinion. Mark 50 was similar, but not as greasy as this, so you might see your like fingerprint here and there. That's from me, so excuse that. But overall, he looks really good. Here are the wings as well. Let's show you the back part of the wings. I might as well detail this now. The wings sometimes do come off a little bit too easily, so that's a good thing and a bad thing. They're easy to put back, but when it comes to actually posing him, you probably want to remove the wings first, especially these two, I think, and then get him in the pose and then put the wings back. So I'll just show you how you take them off right now. Actually, let's just show you the articulation here. So these bottom ones can go up and down on both sides, like so, and then the top ones do not move. But you just pull them out, and that's it. And you put them back in, like so. Oop, stuck to my finger there, like so. It's easy to take them in and out. And you shouldn't go wrong with these because they only fit in one slot anyway. So I'll take these off for now and put these to the side. And then the top ones, again, similar. See how easy that came off. So when you want to pose it, just yeah, it's probably better to remove the wings and then start posing him. So let's go through the articulation then without the wings, so they won't fall off all over the place. So his head and everything is pretty much the same, by the way. So his head moves up like so, downwards, including the neck. I'll show you the neck there. Tilting, looking, and then the shoulder up and around. Yep, pretty good. And then he's got the twist of the bicep. I can already feel the kind of greasiness again on the figure. Then here's the elbow, pretty good. And I don't think he has any real twist around here. It doesn't look like it, no. Then the torso, the ribs like so, backwards. You can shift, twist, lower twist. I don't want to do that one too much because I always get a bit conscious that might just snap off. And then the legs do have the pull down, just like the original figure, so you can give it extra range of motion. And then the knee. Oh, I didn't show you the twist there. And then down to the feet. So yeah, he's got all sorts of full range around there. And then he's got one little toe pivot just there. Doesn't look like it's on the others. Those are stationary. So yeah, both feet. The toe, that's a bit squeaky, but it's okay. So yeah, the articulation is the exact same as the original Mark 50 that came out earlier. The swords then, by the way, I forgot to mention in the detailing, so there's a bit of a metallic blue on the edge of the blades. He's got a bit of metallic blue also at the boots. If you look here inside, a bit of metallic blue in there too. It's all pretty good looking, and it's all uniform to the rest of the suit too, as it should be. Now then, if you want to swap it out for the certain parts for the original Mark 50, which I'm going to bring out right now. Here's the original one. He's marginally shorter than this one because of the boots. But yeah, if you want to swap out the parts, I'll show you how to do that. It is a little bit tricky because mine's a bit greased up. It may or may not be tricky for you. So what you do is grab his arm from here, and then this bit is sharp, by the way. The instruction leaflet does tell you it's sharp, and I'm telling you as well, this is pretty sharp, so keep that in mind. The edge is okay, still sharp, but this is very sharp, the elbow. So yeah, grab it on here, and then around here, and tug it, and it should come undone. There we go. That's what you do, and then you can do the same for this arm. Original Mark 50, oop, and there we go. Stand them up, and then you just replace it. And there you've got the original Mark 50 arm with, the original Mark 50 arm on this figure. And I guess you can just put that on here, and there we go. That's how you swap the arm. Similarly then for the leg, which I'll show you, the leg was even more fiddly, but I will try and show you that now too. So you just pull, there we go. Oop. So it's quite tough. And then for the leg here, there we go. That was a bit easier. And then yeah, line that back, and there we go. So I've made it look a lot more dangerous and like almost like a break in the figure, but trust me, you're not breaking the figure. It's what you're supposed to do. So here we go. So this is the Mk50 on the right side, with Nano weapon suit extension on the right side, and then with the original parts on the left side. So you can also kind of see this height difference here too, because now he's floating in the air on the left side for the part of him. But all in all, it's actually the same figure pretty much. But you do need to get the original Mk50 to get these original parts. The extension parts that also came in the Mk50, which was like the 2 cannons, those also work for this figure too. It's all, you know, part of the same sort of thing. It's just one figure overall. You just have to buy 2 figures to get the whole part. When I say 2, that's actually a lie now, because they announced the 3rd set that's coming out, and that should be out in the summer of this year, which I've also got on pre-order. But that's a bit of a bummer, because overall then, to buy all 3 figures for all 3 parts, the whole parts so far, is quite an expensive investment, I would say. Especially when the original, so just the right side, this suit I guess, is quite expensive to get now. I'm not sure if the resale price or if the retail stock of the Nano weapon suit has gone up, but the original basic suit did skyrocket not that long ago, so it's a bit annoying if you haven't already got it. But all in all then, it's a good complimentary addition. It just sucks that it didn't come included with the original suit as a whole set. Before I wrap this video up though, let me just show you the back, because that's a bit different. So you can see there's a bit more gappage. There's slots for the wings, which I showed you earlier on how to remove, whereas the original one on the right side does not have that. So if you don't want the wings, then yeah, maybe go with this one. Depends how you're going to have them displayed. If you're only going to have them front facing anyway, then it doesn't really matter. But otherwise, yeah, he doesn't have the gaps on the back. Here's a slot that you can take off. Same thing that was on the original Mk50. And then you just plug that effect stand piece in there just to get it into the stand pose. Into the stand, I mean. So overall then, yeah, it's a good figure, but if you didn't get the original one, this is probably a consolation for you anyway, and you can probably get third-party parts just to get the original parts back. There is a 3rd set coming out later on this year, which is going to end up bumping up the overall cost of this sort of set significantly. But if you do like Iron Man, then you've probably already got this. If you missed out, then I hope you can try and get it, you know, for a decent price via resellers if possible. But it's a pretty good figure. The S.H.Figuarts Iron Man figures have always been quite impressive. I've always liked them. Yeah, and this is just no different. It's a very, very solid looking and solid built figure. So that kind of wraps up the video. I got mine, by the way, from Nippon Yasan for the retail price around 9,000 yen, I believe this one was. So check there if you still need to get it. Otherwise, do check out my videos, rest of my videos on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Peace out.